Hey Brick Boys and Brick Girls, it's your boy BrickBoyLego, and today we have our very first LEGO Marvel review, and it just so happens to be a set of my very favorite superhero, Spider-Man. That's right, all you webheads out there, we've got the LEGO Spider-Man Attack on the Spider Lair set 76175. This set released last year in 2021, has a total of 466 pieces, comes with 6 minifigures, 3 of which are unique only to this set, and retailed for $69.99. That's right, folks, $69. Let's take a time out here. I don't know if we still do this. This was something that I used to do back in the day from reading the old LEGO forums. Ideally, what you wanted was a 10-cent price to piece ratio. And what I mean by that is this: you take the dollar amount of the set divided by the number of pieces in the set, and that equals your price per piece breakout. And when you do the math, you're at about 15 cents a piece here, which is not ideal, as they say. Now, I understand that there's definitely licensing fees that LEGO has to pay when it comes to these sets. That's why your LEGO Star Wars sets, your Harry Potter sets, and your Marvel sets, for example, are going to be a little bit more expensive than your part-to-piece breakout. But this is 15 cents a piece. That's pretty expensive. I mean, I definitely was going to get this set regardless because I love Spider-Man. So let's see if it was worth it for everyone else out there who's just kind of lukewarm on it. Now back to the regular review. When I first saw that this set was coming out, I was super excited because this is a very similar set to the Hall of Armor Iron Man based sets that released in 2020 and 2019. Now, when you think of Iron Man, it makes sense. He has all the different versions of the suits that he creates, and they're in the Marvel movies, so those Hall of Armor sets kind of made sense. But with this, when you think of Spider-Man, do you really think about a spider lair? I really don't. I kind of think of, him operating in secret or at Aunt May's house in Queens. This set seems to be modeled after the Miles Morales animated movie Into the Spider-Verse, where that universe's Peter Parker had a spider lair built under the house in Queens. And, that's definitely going to affect the resale value on that house. I hope Aunt May is not planning on selling that property anytime soon, but I digress. And here you have the front of the box, and as you can tell, you get half of a build that is a Hall of Armor kind of setup, and then the rest of the build is kind of Spider-Man's base. You can see that it comes with 4 Spider-Man suits and 2 villains, and they picked 2 really great ones. You've got Green Goblin and Venom. Those are super iconic villain. And then as we take a closer look at the back of the set, it's pretty much the same as the front. You got Green Goblin in jail, and then you have a couple close-ups of Spider-Man at work, your Hall of Armor again, and then a play feature basketball set. And we'll definitely talk about that later. So let's get into the build and see if it was worth it. So as usual, we are starting off with the old instruction booklet. I cannot wait to get into this set. Looks super cool. Spoiler alert, we've got the finished build, and then we've got some other Spider-Man sets over here. And your part breakout. And a pirate. Yarg. And then we also have the dreaded sticker sheet. I actually thought this was going to have a lot more stickers, but it might not be as bad as I originally thought, so let's see how it goes. And on to the first bag. We have a pretty small bag to start, but it comes with Spider-Man, it comes with some cool new translucent webbing, and it also comes with Green Goblin, so not too bad to start out. He does have a gun though, so that's kind of a weird choice. And then you've got your Green Goblin's glider. This is a different build than other sets. Looks pretty cool. Love the flame, fits on there nice. Not too bad of a bag so far. Then you have a spider bike here. It's always weird for me to see these Spider-Man vehicles, but what can you do? Not too bad of a start. Then on to bag 2, you got some really big pieces in here. You also have a skateboard, and you have the beginnings of the base of the base. Wow, I mean, this is going to be a big set, I can already tell. It's pretty long, and, I'm excited to see how it goes. Bag number 3, you have 2 minifigures, Venom and the big time stealth suit. And then you have kind of the command center for the base getting built here, and then off to his computers. You got a lot of stickers here. This was kind of a pain to build, but that's what happens when you have stickers. And what's a Spider-Man themed base without some Spider-Man themed decorations? And then on to bag 4. You've got 2 minifigs, And then you got some tools getting placed on there. Always love some tools. And then you've got some Hall of Armor bases being built. Goes right there on the base. Building the jail, and then building the old basketball hoop as well. And last but not least, you've got the basketball shooter. And that completes the set. Alright, so I have a question for all you guys out there. When you display your sets, do you display them exactly as the instructions show them in the book? Let me show you what I mean by that. Here you've got the placement of the minifigures, exactly the same as what we've got here. I think really the only difference that I would do is I would take Venom out just because he's a cool minifigure, but other than that, everybody's probably going to stay exactly where they are. So let's take a little closer look at the play features. Starting with bag 1, we had the Green Goblin. I really like this version that they did. My only complaint might be that the wings don't fold or anything, but it looks pretty cool. The sticker looks good. Then we have something that's a little more questionable, in my opinion, is the inclusion of these weird Spider-Man vehicles. Wouldn't it just be faster for Spider-Man to just whip around the city? If he's sitting in New York, Manhattan traffic, he's not gonna be faster than if he's swinging around. And also we have the skateboard piece. If you remember from the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, he actually had a skateboard because that's how cool teenagers get around. This is going to be even slower mode of transportation for all you tech deck enthusiasts out here. This is a little nostalgia for you. Where's the Tony Hawk minifigure? Okay, and up close you've got the Hall of Armor side of the build here. Looks like they kind of did the same thing that they did with the Iron Man Hall of Armor sets, where you could kind of build more if you got more than one of these sets. Because there's definitely a lot of Spider-Man minifigures out there. I like this inclusion here where you can put the Iron Spider's backpack on, so he has a place to put his back arms. Here you have Spider-Man's computer. So here's a closer look at the stickers on his... I really like this spider drone piece. You can even see the point of view. Looks like he has a full battery, which is nice. Drone camera 1. And then moving on, you got some data on the Iron Spider arms. This is kind of cool. Shows some stats for Spider-Man to see. And I really like this little inclusion here. This is the actual Lego piece, and it says ×4 just like it would on the instruction. Then moving on, it looks like we've got Spider-Man's work computer up, and it looks like he just got fired from his job at the Daily Bugle. Old JJJ, or J. Jonah Jameson, his boss, doesn't like his picture, but you know what? Personally, I really like this picture. I don't think it looks too bad. And then down here you have some data on the different Spider-Man suits. You've got your classic Spider-Man suit, your big time Spider-Man suit, your Iron Spider suit, and then this one here is a nice little Easter egg. I love when Lego does these Easter eggs like this. This is actually when Spider-Man was a member of the Fantastic Four, and this is what the actual suit looks like. But, you know, Lego's actually never made this minifigure in Lego form before, so that's a nice little addition there. And then you've got a close-up of the next screen, which is, again, to me, this looks like it could be the regular Spider-Man suit, but this also looks like it could be armor, and it could be his Mark I Spider Armor suit. And then last but not least, Spider-Man's playing his own Spider-Man Lego video game. You've got your stud counter up here. You've got a BrickBoyLego Lego logo up here in the corner. Just kidding, that's not what it is. You got your map of Spider-Man, and then he's swinging around in there. Player 1 ready. And then onto the right side of the set, we've got a dumbbell, which is a pretty simple build, but it is effective. Definitely looks like a dumbbell to me. And then we also have a little water bottle, which I think is really effective. It looks like a water bottle. 2 pieces, and you're done. Shout out to all you Hydro homies out there. You've got a jail cell here, and then you've got probably the weirdest inclusion in this set, which is a basketball hoop. You've got a Spider-Man themed backboard here, which is kind of cool. It says Spidey. He has his own logo there. I hope he's making money off his merchandising, because if he just lost his job at the Daily Bugle, he's going to be needing to make up that money somehow. And then you've got 2 other things here to go over. You've got a half pipe here, so you can do your ollies. You can do all your other skateboard tricks. Got a little bar up here so you can grind. What more could you want? I mean, if you're Spider-Man and you're doing sick kick flips instead of going on a date with Mary Jane, then I mean that's you know, that's your own preference. And then last and not least, we've got the old basketball shooter. Let's see if we can channel Michael B. Jordan and really sink this 3. Kobe, Billups, Magic Johnson. Who's another basketball player? Shaq. Well guys, I think we're gonna have to do a slam dunk here. But we can take an opportunity to take a closer look of the basketball, and if you really look close, you can see it's not a basketball at all. It's actually a soccer ball. If they're gonna make it a basketball, they could have at least printed on it. I know that they've definitely printed on round pieces before. So I mean, overall, not too bad. You have a lot of different play features here. The kids are really gonna love it, but I feel like a jail and a basketball was a weird choice. So up first we have the classic Spider-Man suit. I love this minifigure, love the arm printing. This minifigure came in 5 other sets, all released in 2021. Beautiful figure. And then up next we have the Green Goblin, and he's got his gun and his man purse. Never mess with a guy with a gun and a purse. This minifigure only came in 1 other set. It was the $300 Daily Bugle set, so this is a nice cheaper way to get this cool Green Goblin minifigure. And up next we have the Iron Spider armor suit. I really love this suit. I really like the updated arms that they put on this minifigure. The base minifigure itself actually was released in 1 other set in 2020. It's exactly the same minifigure, but it had different Lego pieces for the arms on the back, so I think this is a nice upgrade. And then up next we have the Stealth suit, or the Big Time suit. I really like this suit. It's always nice to see a different color than red for a Spider-Man suit, so nice and unique there. And then to round out the Spider-Man suits in this set, we've got the Peter Parker Spider-Man suit here. I really like what LEGO did with this minifigure. This is based off of when Peter Parker was first making his own homemade suit. So this was probably his first attempt at making a Spider-Man suit. You have 2 face molds there, and I really like the repurposed beanie piece that they put for his mask lifted up onto his head. I think it's really effective. I love the printing on there. Looks really good. And then last but not least, we have the Venom minifigure. I like the tendrils on this set. This minifigure has been released in 4 sets since 2019. And that's going to do it for all you Spider Menaces out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you swing on by and smash that subscribe button. And tune in next time for more LEGO reviews coming soon.